Stand by for ludicrous speed.
Okay, my dear Greg Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking right, your go.
Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow. Hey, great.
Good.
Look at it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen,
To the Stateline Show.
That's my cue. Hey, because of inflation, watching old episodes of The Price is Right is significantly less enjoyable. I'm Greg. He's Tom. It's your Saturday morning Stateline Show, the 24th day of September, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been
in the history of mankind.
Thank you, Tom. Yes, congratulations. You made it. And welcome to those tuning in for the first time, for the last time, for some time in the middle. We're glad that you're there.
Did you see the text I sent you?
You sent me a text while I was.
Sent you a text.
You sent me a text, and you got it on the third try too.
I did.
Way to go, dude! Wordle today, kids. Wordle today. You did it.
It wasn't terribly. What's that?
You came at it from a different angle than I did, but you got very similar. The second result was very similar to my second result, and that made all the difference right there.
Yeah,
good job, man.
I found that. See the word I start with? That's the best word. That is. I found that is.
It's a good one. That one's a good one. Audio is a good one. I still say that the cheat code of all cheat codes for Wordle is using ado as your first word.
Every time I use a do, it never ever works for me.
Really? Okay.
It never. Oh no, I just, it doesn't work for me, and I don't know why. It's the same word for both of us.
I just love the fact that it knocks out 4 vowels right off the bat.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like, all right, now I know what vowel is going to be in here probably, and that helps a lot. So
well, autos, AUTOS is the word I've been using because it has an A. It knocks out the U. If there's no U in there, fine. Then you know that it's going to be one of the other 4 or 2 of the other 4 or even 3. And so it makes sense to me because then you have a T and an S. The only one you're missing are an R and an N, and you can get those in the second one. I was talking with somebody the other night at Trivia. They said if you start with siren and then octal, that is some engineer, whatever, came up with this. Siren, S-I-R-E-N, and then octal, O-C-T-A-L. Those 2 words will get you the top 10 letters, period. The top 10 letters. Now you've got all them for any 5-letter word. Nice. And if you do that, then you've used up 2 spaces, but you still have 6 to go or 4 to go. And you then have all of the first 10 letters, the top 10 letters out of the way. So everything else from there is gravy. So you might still get it in 4, but at least you're not going to miss it. Because sometimes I'll get in a rabbit hole and I'll get one letter.
There was one last week that was, well, it was like Mondays or something, Mondays or Tuesdays. It was one of those where it could be so many different words.
Oh yeah, I had that. The last one I missed, which was about, I'm on a streak of 24 in a row now. The last one I missed was, it was either price, prime, pride, or whatever. And I had 4 opportunities.
What are you gonna do?
It turned out to be prime. I had price. I don't even know.
Pride. Yep. I remember that one. Hey, we got a big number this week.
Oh, hey.
It is a really big number too. Write this one down, Tom. It's 20 quadrillion.
Right on.
20 quadrillion. That's a real number. And the answer this week is worn or watermelon. Worn, W-O-R-N, worn or watermelon. And we'll give you the answer before the end of the show. Our current race to 10 has Tom leading by a score of 3-1 over Joann. Yeah, 3-1 is our current score. 20 quadrillion. I didn't. You know what?
That's
I didn't.
'cause I cheat.
Yeah. I didn't write down how many zeros that is, because a million is 1 million is 9 zeros.
Yeah.
A trillion would be 12 zeros.
No,
So
a billion comes after that.
I'm sorry, a billion would be 12. A trillion
Correct.
would be 15. So
15.
quadrillion must be
Has to
18
be
zeros.
18. Has to be, yeah.
Look at us acting like we know math. Yeah.
Mm.
So, anywho, yeah, let's shut this thing off right here, because that's not. I've tested something out today, and I might actually have learned something. Restream might have updated something for us where I can get comments from that page too. Yeah, it looks like it might work that way. That's cool. So anyway, we're streaming right now on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook Live, and we're streaming on LinkedIn. And we would love to have your comments telling us where you're watching and where you're at and what you're doing. There's a lot going on this weekend. So we're kind of curious what you might be taking advantage of. Did you make it to the Charlie Barron's comedy show last night? There was 2 of them in Rockford, because when they initially booked their 8:00 show for this date in Rockford, it sold out so quickly that they pretty quickly added a second show at 5:30. There was a 5:30 comedy show at Coronado last night. How cool is that?
I bet you were thinking, why didn't we just go to the BMO?
Right. Just pack out the BMO. That'd have been pretty awesome. But there was something going on at the BMO too. There was, they were preparing the BMO for something, and I don't know if it's the upcoming ice hog season or what they're still doing over there. But we have a friend that works over there, and she posted a picture of her office for the day. She was sitting like in one of the suites at the BMO, and in the background was the floor and the seating, and it was all empty, and they were doing something on the floor. So anyway, if you went, we'd love to hear your comments. How did the show go, and how was Charlie Barron's? Everything I've seen about him in the Manitowoc Minute and other shows that he's done, he's hilarious. Midwestern comedy at its best. So if you had a chance, let us know. But as far as shout outs go this week, everything pretty much has an R in it. And there's a lot of R shout outs this week, starting with RPAC Trivia. Our realtors RPAC Trivia night was this past Wednesday night. And finally, our team won. Woo!
Wow.
We finally won.
Lay some questions on me.
I don't know that I can remember any of the questions. I will say this, though. The music round, I think we got 100% on. All 10 of them. I think we got all 10. That might have been a deciding factor for us.
Wow.
The RPAC Trivia, the Realtors Political Action Committee, they do this fundraiser. Oh, it seems like every other month or every quarter or something like that for trivia at the Black Hawk Athletic Club on Broadway. And our team that we've been a part of since starting this, a few years ago now, is sponsored by Jared Fuel of Black Hawk Bank. He's one of the awesome loan officers in town. And so our team name this time, Tom, was Beers for Fuel. Yeah, Beers for Fuel.
Beers for Fuel.
And so Jared Fuel's Black Hawk team won. And we had we actually blew the competition away. We had like 43.5 points in the second and third place. We're at 38 and 37, I think, respectively. So yeah, it was we were way out in front. Could barely even see second place from where we were.
So these are like 1 point, right?
It was 5 rounds.
Everything is 1 point.
Everything is 1 point, with the exception of the music round. I think he said it's a half point for the artist and half point for song title.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he did.
Can you remember any of the songs?
Can I remember any of the songs? I can remember, All Star by Smash Mouth was one of them.
Oh, no. You got to give me, and you got to, okay. I'm going to guess the artist. You just tell me the song. I don't know. It's not registering.
Testing my humming and skills. Betty Davis Eyes. Can you know who sings Betty Davis Eyes? One hit wonder.
Kim Carnes.
Of course you would know that. Oh my God.
Not a one hit wonder. She had one other song.
Okay, two hit
And
wonder.
I can't remember offhand what it was.
Betty Davis knows. And
Yeah,
then
that's right.
Betty Davis Hair. I don't know what her second song was either. But anyway, congratulations to our RPAC trivia team for winning on Wednesday night. Shout out to Roy's Small Engine. I needed to find a small engine repair guy, and a client referred me to Roy up in Rockton. And if you've ever driven down Roscoe Road, just south of Rockton, Roy's Small Engine is down there. He's doing a bang up business up there. So thank you to Roy for his help this week. RPO Plumbing, another vendor that we use often at Team Sold on Tony, Keller Williams Realty. He does a lot of our clear water inspections that needs to be done for anyone that's served by Four Rivers Water Reclamation here, which used to be called Rock River Reclamation, Water Reclamation District, whatever. Anyway, now it's Four Rivers, and RPO does a lot of that stuff for us, and he did some stuff for me this week too. So shout out to RPO Plumbing. Want to give a happy birthday coming up this week to my son-in-law, Mike. He's celebrating on Tuesday, and my brother-in-law, Brian's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Brian. You are awesome. Enjoy your special day. So there's my shout outs for this week. Should we bring on John while we talk about Bears Packers, or should we leave him in the dark?
Oh man.
Tom's like, yeah, let's bring him in. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I was doing.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't catch that.
Did you watch the game somewhere fun, John? I guess is the place. And did it stay fun?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. No. It is a rough game. I don't know. The game itself, it kind of went, I think, as most people would have expected. I mean, for some reason, for some reason, when it comes to the Packers, all right, and their history over the Aaron Rodgers era of the Packers, when they get scored on early, like the Bears did to them, either that motivates them and they kick it into gear and they get it done, or they just fold. And last week they lose. The first game this year when they lost to Minnesota,
23-7.
Yeah, they kind of got kicked in the teeth and they just stayed down. And I don't know what it is about Aaron Rodgers, his motivation and the Packers over the last Aaron Rodgers era, but they got that kick. It kicked them into gear, and they really got it done the rest of the game. And they each team played to, I think, their current team's abilities. You know what I'm saying? What you'd expect out of their teams. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I agree with you 100%.
Of course you would.
The Bears got some young talent. Yeah, your connection's kind of goofy, John. I don't know what the.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, there you go. We had this problem last week with Tracy too, and that was a little bit frustrating. But anyway, I think he's network connection 0 out of 10. So we lost John there for a minute. We'll see if he gets reconnected. Okay, and I think it's all on his end. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, let's just continue this conversation. You are right about that. Green Bay seems to start slow, especially against the Bears. The Bears always seem to come out very, very hyped and motivated, and they were. And that is a good thing. Unfortunately, maybe on paper, maybe emotionally, I don't know, a better team is going to stave it off and come back and win. And that's what they did. And outside of that first drive, the Bears did almost nothing other than David Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery, their best player is probably Montgomery right now. Fields will eventually be the best player probably, but Montgomery's probably the best player right now.
Yeah.
And then the Packers have an excellent defense. They just got to figure out what they're doing. And with a Bears team that really has no number one wide receiver, they could play what they were playing against the Vikings and get it done. But with a guy like Jair Alexander in your backfield for the Packers defense, he should have been guarding the number one receiver for the Vikings all day last week, but hopefully they learned that lesson and take that going forward.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think John's trying to, he's gone out to the car. That's what he's gone out to do.
Yep.
See if that helps.
Gotta love New Milford.
There we go. So this is INCROWD week. Yes. It's INCROWD week. And INCROWD is going to be on Alpine Road at the offices of Mosaic. We were hoping to get one of the Mosaic gals on with us, but they're busy doing something today that our team at Team Sold on Tony's doing as well, putting meals together at the Million Meal Pack. Have you heard about this? I think we touched on it briefly.
I had not until Linda mentioned it last night. So
let me see if this will let me share the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is. So the Million Meal Pack, Rockford's 1 million meal pack, is today, and it's being put on by kids around the world. They started yesterday with some setup stuff, and this morning from 9 to 11, of the 500 slots they have available, 496 have been filled. So they're going to have an awesome crew to kick things off this morning at the Million Meal Pack at the UW Sports Factory downtown. From noon to 2, they still have some openings. 330 of the 500 slots are filled. At 3 o'clock, 129 of the 500 slots are filled. And then tomorrow they're doing it again to 3. Nearly all of that slot is filled up. From 6, they have some openings. And then for cleanup at the end, they need some help between 6 and 8 tomorrow as well. So, yeah, very, very cool event that kids around the world is putting on. I know there's an outfit out in Schaumburg that does this on the monthly, similar to this. I don't know if it's quite as big a scale as this one. Probably not quite as big a scale as this one. But if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, there's an outfit in Schaumburg that does a similar thing like this. And yeah, it should be a good day for the big Million Meal Pack out there. So that's where the gals are from Mosaic. But as far as we go, John, we get to be out at the Mosaic offices on Thursday. Why don't you fill us in on what's happening?
Yeah, Mosaic does a lot for the community, and this is just one more sign of what they do, helping out the community. And that's why we're looking forward to this. It's been a couple years over to their office. The last time we tried to do this, I think we had that prevented us from doing anything. We still showed up. There was about a handful of them. It was a great turnout. And, for those of you who don't know, Mosaic is actually our charity of choice, has been for the last few years, and quite a bit for them throughout not just our networking group, but a lot of organizations in helping them out. And we're definitely looking forward to this. And where the old Fifth Third Bank used to be, right across from I still call it Heartland Church, and I think it's either the third or fourth floor. I don't remember which floor it is now.
Let me see here. I think the fourth floor, Suite 401. So yeah, it must be the fourth floor. So
yeah, as soon as you get off the elevator, it's to the right.
Yeah. So come on out and join us on Thursday, 5:30 till it's done, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. And Mosaic, of course, we've had them on the show a bunch of times too. They help adults with special needs, putting them in either group homes or I think they call them host homes, where you got there's about a dozen or so host homes across the area, probably more than that. And then there's a handful of group homes as well. And they just do a wonderful job of serving the community in that way. And this fundraiser helps them to help their clients, their folks, do things a little bit extra, because they do get some money to do things I think I forget what she said. It was like $60 a month or something like that, which gets them only so far.
Yeah, it is $60, Greg. And that when we started with Mosaic about 5 years ago, and unfortunately, this more and more and more. So one of the things we'll ask for, normally you hear me say this event is a smile and business cards, but I'm going to ask you to stretch out a little bit more and help out with bringing some toiletries, bringing personal. They also do take clothes. It's we've got a couple people from another org are constantly bringing when they're cleaning out their closets or if they're donating stuff to them, and so bring what you think somebody can and be able to help these people out, because it's sad to say for those who truly need the help, and cutting funding is not something that we need.
Right. And they bringing stuff like toiletries helps free up some of their cash to do some other things that they might want to do. That take a few things off their needs category and help them achieve some of their wants categories in their lives, and that would be a wonderful help. So, as John said, the office is on Alpine, or where the Fifth Third Bank is there, 1111 South Alpine Road, just north of Newburgh there. And we'll be there starting at 5:30 this Thursday. Meet a bunch of great people, and bring some business cards, bring some donations if you can, and that'll be a big help. And then, are we able to say what's happening in November/December yet, or no? We want to skip that and just hold on until October's.
We can do it because it's not going to have any effect on this meeting or the next. Michelle Cox has been gracious enough to host Wednesday in December, and I don't remember the exact date on that, Greg. I think it's the 5th, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, 4th or 5th, something like that.
But it'll be out at Landscape Connection, and these are for Mosaic. Michelle's got a lot of things planned for that event. Shoot, before we even finished last year, she's like, I want next year. It's a great time. It's going to be fun. Who knows? They may have a couple of the people from Mosaic, and maybe we can talk Santa into showing up too. So we'll see.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So we'll plug that next month. But for this week, join us out at Mosaic's offices in Rockford Thursday night at 5:30 for our September INCROWD event, and then we'll tell you where we're going to be in October, and then the year end. Here it comes before you know it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, wait a minute. I'm looking at the temps, and there's a few of them that would be in the low 30s. It's like, no, I'm not ready for this.
I know. Walking out the back door even yesterday was like, what is it? 44, 45 degrees outside. Hello.
No.
Yeah, pretty cold. I'm wearing a hoodie today. I'm indoors and I'm wearing a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't turned our heat on yet.
Yeah. All right.
Just because I'm a Packer fan.
I didn't say a word. I will say this, and unfortunately, I got cut off my lovely service down here in New Milford. It's the first time I've been inside, and what they've done up there, just surrounding the park, is far beyond anything I could have imagined. I was up there 20 years ago for a wedding. I kind of equated it to the football version of Wrigleyville. They've done around there. It was actually a pretty cool experience.
It is amazing. It is amazing. And you figure a small market town, the smallest market town in all of major league sports, any kind of sport. I think Green Bay has 110, 115,000, something like that. And for what they've been able to do and for how much they draw. Now, granted, Green Bay doesn't have anything else. And, the closest professional sports team is Milwaukee, so you're going to get a lot of the farmers and whatever there. But you pack out that place. You could have a tiddlywinks contest with the offense versus the defense on the 50-yard line, and you could get 60,000 people there.
Probably.
I went there. Well, I went there. It was the year after the Super Bowl, 1997, and I went there on a bus trip in July, and it was offense versus defense. The place was packed. There were tailgaters. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, and the guy, one of the guys riding on our bus actually got a football that was kicked because we had end zone seats. It was kicked. They didn't have the nets up or whatever. He got a football. So I'm like holding an NFL football on the way home. It's so cool.
Well, even when there's no games up there, the gift shops and the restaurants and all this other stuff that they built off to the side of the stadium, it's really crazy impressive. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to go. Like you said, it's if you go to Wrigleyville now and around the Cubs stadium there, if you were there 20 years ago, you wouldn't recognize it today. It's so different.
Oh yeah. Well, they've got a building that's going up that nobody seems to know what it is. Right. I don't have any clue what they're building. And it's like it's a secret thing, but you can't hide it. So it's
something next to Lambeau Field.
As you're walking up, it's to the left side. It's like I said, it's going to be attached to the
it's about time because they want to either have they've been trying to get the draft, which I think is going to happen. And at some point, the Super Bowl needs to be played at Lambeau Field. I mean, come on. So they probably need to build some sort of hotel/convention type center across or attached to the. Is it worth the investment when you only got nothing but the Packers there? Maybe not. I don't know. But to get it done, they need more hotel space around Green Bay. That's for sure.
Maybe so. And I love your idea about the Super Bowl being at Lambeau, but it's never going to happen because it could be 10 below.
They tried it in New York. Remember, it turned into the day before, the day after the Super Bowl was like hurricane or something crazy, terrible.
They got by with it.
They got by with it with some rain, but yeah,
I don't know. I remember the year the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2010. It was 2011, but 2010 season, they did it in Dallas. And Dallas had ice storms like the day of or the day before or something. I mean, it was February, so I don't know.
At some point, there needs to be the Super Bowl at Lambeau Field. They got to try it. They just got to try it some year. It's got to be done.
The only way you're going to pull that off, Greg, is if you can find him.
Find what?
So I think the only way you're going to pull that off is you find him. They got way too invested into the Super Bowl to have it -10 to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it costs to put a retractable roof on it, and I don't know if that would take away from the beauty of it.
Oh, it would definitely take away from the beauty, but I don't know if there's a way to put a Tory one up there. Just I mean, it'd raise enough money. That's for sure.
Right.
Oh yeah,
right.
I would donate. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I think Arlington probably will have a Super Bowl before Lambeau Field, but I'm just throwing it out there. That's all I'm doing.
You're probably right. Well, yeah, of course, absolutely.
Arlington Heights. What's the year? 2022. So Arlington Heights by 2034. We'll probably have the Super Bowl.
No, sooner than that. 2024 is when they're going to start construction, or when they're going to make the official announcement, I think. So it'll take them 2 years to build it. So 2026, 2027 at the latest.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, John. Well, hey, we will look forward to seeing you on Thursday night out at Mosaic, 5:30 till 8-ish, whenever we decide to hang it up on a Thursday night INCROWD meeting. All right, buddy.
Well, I appreciate it. And, definitely look forward to seeing you guys.
All right. Take care. There's John Berlin with INCROWD, and we'll see him on Thursday at Mosaic in Rockford, 1111 South Alpine Road, Suite 401. 1111 South Alpine Road, Suite 401 in Rockford. Plenty of parking over there. Elevator to get you up to the 4th floor. Yeah, you'll want to come out and join us and say howdy. Bring a business card, bring a smile, and if you can bring a donation, that'd be nice too. You don't have to. It's just about 8:30. Joann is standing by, ready to jump in. Good morning to you, Joann.
I have to go get my cord. I have to get my cord, or else I got like 10% left. Hold on.
Okay, all right. So Tom's gonna step out. I'm gonna grab my my ticker here that says it's time for randoms. Events around Rockford, randoms for the week. All right. As we talked about last week on the show, today is the Mending Hearts Rescue at Kegel's from 11 to 3, and the Walk for Life with the Pregnancy Care Center at First Free. They start at 9:30 with the walk, so there's still time to get there. If you're in the Rockford area, you could still get to First Free by 9:30 and be a part of this year's Hike for Life, put on every year by the Friends of the Pregnancy Care Center. That is actually their website, friendsofthepcc.org. friendsofthepcc.org. So check that out. Other events. I'm going to try this week because this might be a fun idea. Window screen share, and let's go here. Or let's go there. There we go. That's what we want right there. It's the Pumpkin Patch Food Drive is taking place today from 9 to 2.
There we are.
If I extend this up, will it fill up? Yeah, there we go. Look at
Get
that.
over our heads.
Pumpkin Patch Food Drive. The amazing. Got it? Amazing Grace Lutheran Church.
I can't. Oh.
It's hard to read. It's hard to read, but at least you can see the picture. I'm going to GoRockford.com for our information
I don't
here.
know if I can. I'm not going to play with it because I'm fine.
And Amazing Grace Lutheran Church, 5809 Prairie Hill Road in South Beloit. From 9 to 2 today, their Pumpkin Patch Food Drive. Donate non-perishable food items and receive a free pumpkin. They'll have inflatables and games and food. All donations are benefiting the Rockton Food Pantry. That's at Amazing Grace Lutheran Church in South Beloit today from 9 until 2. As we mentioned earlier, today and tomorrow is the Rockford 1 Million Meal Packing event put on by kids around the world. This is being hosted by the UW Health Sports Factory on South Madison Street in Rockford. They do need you to sign up here, and it's katw.org/Rockford. I'm going to put this in the chat because it's a whole lot easier for me to do that and see it there. So that'll post in your comments section right there. The 1 million meal pack event today and tomorrow. Also going on today and tomorrow at Midway Village Museum Center. It's World War II days. Today from 10 to 5, tomorrow 10 to 4. There is a fee, of course, to get into Midway Village Museum Center. World War II days, one of their biggest events of the year. Elaborate 1940s displays, historical buildings on the museum's 148-acre campus. If I remember right, they've got like one of the largest trench displays in like the country out at Midway Village Museum Center. So anyway, that's going on today and tomorrow. World War II days at Midway Village Museum. If you're driving by and hear big bangs, that's why you're hearing the big bangs. They're blowing off fake cannons and stuff. All right. 815 outside is doing their hike at the Nygren wetland, or I probably pronounce that wrong every time. 9:30 to 11:30 today. That's absolutely free. 3190 West Rockton Road in Rockton. It is a beautiful place. Awesome out there. And then, of course, every week through the mid-October, it's the North End City Market that's taking place at the corner of North Main and Auburn Streets in Rockford. Free admission. They've got veggies and fruits and flowers and honey and baked goods and a whole lot more at the North End City Market every Saturday through October 15th, 9 to 1, and that is absolutely free. So there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Greg.
You like that?
You didn't mention the PAWS event today.
PAWS is at Lou Backroat. Yes.
And all adoptions are paid for by Lou Backrow. So you could get a freebie or kitten.
Sweet. So join PAWS at Lou Back Road Auto right by the Cherryvale Mall. And that
And
is,
Noah's Ark will be there too.
and that's from like 11 to 4 or something like that. 11 to
10 to something.
Let's see if I
10
can
to
find
1. So you gotta be quick.
10 to 1. Bum, 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 bum. Poochapalooza. You're right. It's 10 to 1.
Yes. So be there.
All right, be there. All right, here's some more stuff that is finding interesting this week. That's not necessarily local, but sports teams are now starting to offer ticket subscriptions to generate predictable revenue. Here's how it works, and it'll be interesting to see if other teams locally or in our state start to do this. Fans can pay a monthly fee for a certain number of games. Seat location is dependent on availability. So yeah, nosebleeds might be a possibility. Here's some examples. The NHL's Philadelphia Flyers, they're offering a $99 Flyers pass, and that gets a fan tickets to 4 games per month. 4 games per month for $99. That works out to about $24.75 a ticket. I don't know. There's math on the fly for you. Yeah. And the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers, they're doing an unlimited pass for either $49 or $89 a month, depending on the seat locations that you want to be. And yeah, you could go to every single Cleveland Cavaliers game for this monthly subscription fee. And of course, again, it's based on tickets. Where are they available? The model targeting casual and budget conscious fans who don't want to shell out thousands of dollars for season tickets. So you're going to sit in a different spot every single time, but you get to go. So what if the Ice Hogs offered a subscription for tickets? How cool would that be? If you're paying this per month for the entire year, obviously you're paying, like in the Cavaliers situation, you're paying either $49 or $89 a month for a year. You're signing up for an annual subscription, and then those tickets, you just
that's $1,000 a year. 89 times 10, 890, and then it's $1,100. And if you go 3 times, you probably more than made your money back. If you're talking about a professional game, that might cost you. You probably have to go a few more than 3, but there's 41 games, so you've got 41 opportunities. Take away 10 that you're just simply not able to because of whatever. But you got a good 20, 25 chances to go. That's not a bad deal, and that's for the $89 ones. The 49 ones, that's $600.
You're going to be in the nosebleeds every game, but you're going to be in the stadium. You're going to be in the arena. That's kind of cool.
Wait, it's Cleveland. Never mind.
Let's see. Possibly the best advice you could receive as a freelancer or an independent contractor is to think of every dollar you earn as 50 cents. Open a separate savings account. Put half of every check you receive into that savings account so you're set for taxes and any other unexpected work expenses. I thought this was a very, very great advice for someone who's an independent contractor. When you got taxes to pay, you really start needing to do stuff like that. So treat every dollar you earn as if it's only 50 cents and put the other half away for your expenses. And here's our randoms for the week. Research shows that a high-fat diet changes your brain and makes you want to eat more. How sad is that? You eat too much fat and then you want more fat. Careful how much high-fat food you're eating. That's just good advice. According to a survey by Visa, Americans are spending roughly $48 a week on stuff, about $200 a month on miscellaneous stuff that they don't keep track of. That's why Dave Ramsey says it's time to budget, figure out where that $200 a month is going. The largest documented Mickey Mouse memorabilia collection in the world, a guy named John in Worthington, Ohio, has 3 entire rooms filled in his home with Mickey Mouse memorabilia, a collection of over 12,375 items.
An unrelated story, he hasn't been on a date with a girl for 32 years.
That's a lot of stuff. That almost ended up as a big number of the week, but it didn't. Mickey Mouse memorabilia. I know a lot of people have a lot of it, but this guy, he's got you beat. No matter who you know, this guy's got you beat.
Yeah, but does he have 600 teddy bears?
Yeah, and one with the Packers jersey. That's awesome.
That's right. That's right.
A Packer bear. I love that.
Packer bear.
I think I have a Packer bear too.
Yeah.
Here's some perspective for the 3 of us, because we're old enough to remember this time of our lives. 1983. In the year 1983, all of the media in the United States, TVs, radio stations, stuff like that, newspapers, all of the media in the US in 1983 was generally controlled by 50 companies. That's a 5 and a 0, 50. Today, 90% of all media in the United States is controlled by
3.
No, 5.
5 main companies. That's a bit of a problem. And one of the reasons why you hear a lot of people saying, hey, you really can't trust the media if they're all in lockstep with each other. You got to be looking for sources of information on your own, because if all you listen to is mainstream media, you're not getting the whole story. Sometimes you ain't even getting the story.
Well, you get what they tell you. And it may not even, it's not necessarily even media bias. I mean, it is, but they're giving you the stories that they want you to hear, that they want to steer you, whatever direction they want to steer you in. That is the problem.
That is a problem.
It's not that they're lying, and some of them are, a lot of them are, but that's not the point. The point is they're only giving you the stories, or they're giving you 30 seconds of a story and then 4 minutes of a story here that they really want you to hear. And there's where the problem is. And that's the subtlety that most people don't get.
I want to play a song for you today, and I'm going to see if I can play it. All right. This is going to be fun, I think. I hope. Let's see if you know.
Greg's fun.
Let's see what you think of this new song.
The Marine theme song.
Close.
Well, I saw Semper on there, so I figured it was something to do with Marines.
The United States Space Force, ladies and gentlemen, their new theme song was released this week. Semper Supra. Semper Supra. That's the new theme song for the United States Space Force and their official song. Cool, huh? No comment.
I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't know they needed a theme song.
Have either of you seen the movie Hunger Games?
No.
There's
Parts of it.
There's 3 or 4. Aren't there 3 or 4?
There's like 4 Hunger Games movies, but that just it reminds me a little bit of the Hunger Games. So anyway.
Okay.
All right.
I always thought this was trivia about the Hunger Games.
Right.
Because I've read the books and seen the movie.
So she's ready. You need her on your trivia team.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Peter. That's all I'm going to say. All right. The NFL's Thursday Night Football debuted on Amazon Prime a week and a half ago now. And reportedly, it triggered Prime signups, the most Prime signups over a 3-hour period in its history.
Wow.
it worked. Let's just put it this way. It worked. It did exactly what they hoped it would. People wanted to watch football Thursday night. They turned on their TVs and realized they couldn't watch it unless they had Prime, and a whole bunch of people signed up for Amazon Prime just to watch Thursday night football. Kudos, Prime. That was what it was all about. All right. And now for the rest of this season, every baseball pitched to Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees will include a covert marking that can only be seen with certain type of technology. You know why that is, Tom and Joann?
Yeah, so you can't just say, I got Aaron Judge's baseball. Here it is. I won $1 million.
He's about to break the American League home run record. He's tied the Bambino at 60.
So every ball could be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, his next, I don't know if he hit one last night, but his next one will be number 61, tying Roger Maris's 1961 American League record. And of course, that ball is going to be worth a lot of money. Ball number 62 that breaks the record, they're saying it could go for anywhere from $1 million to $4 million.
Yeah.
So they're putting some sort of technology, some stamp on these balls to make sure the one that gets launched into the bleachers is legitimate. And that's pretty interesting. Someone caught a ball recently and gave it back to Aaron Judge.
Yeah, a kid in New York, a 20-year-old college student, Jeremy something. I can't remember his last name. I'm even sure that's the first name. But he gave it back to him. He ended up getting a photo op with him and his buddies and Aaron Judge, a baseball bat, a signed bat, another signed ball, and a few other things.
Yeah, I think he got a signed jersey and stuff like that too. So yeah, he was like, no, this belongs to Aaron Judge. This was history or whatever. And that was really cool that he did that. I think that was number 60.
Yeah, no, that was.
I think that was the one that tied the record, tied Babe Ruth's record anyway. But anyway, very fun stuff this week with your randoms. All right, we want to look around. Pause.
Before you go on, I want one quick question. That there may be a flaw in their little system. I get it. They're marking the balls. So what if Aaron Judge is up? The first ball he hits is a foul ball, and Bob Smith in the third row gets it. Now, a little bit later, he comes up and says, "No, I got the home run ball. I got it right here. See, it's got a mark on it. But wait a minute, mine has a mark on it too."
Well,
it could be a problem, especially if he's. I wonder if he is.
They're probably going to be numbered.
Yeah,
they're probably going to have some sort of numbering system on it. So I don't know. You're not going to be able to notice it without having the right technology, is what they're saying. And but you're right.
You're right. They're probably going to know which ball was the home run ball. Like it was ball number 12 or something like that. So maybe that's
backwards. I think I get it.
You had it correct a second ago.
By the way,
there it is. Nope. You had it.
That is it, right?
Yes,
there it is, right there.
1, 2,
and
3,
hopefully
4, 5,
today at the event, we're going to have many more added to this list.
Nice.
So there's a poster for the event.
Today's the 24th, so there's still another whole week left here almost.
Yes. There's some. These kitties like to run away too much, so they put them in a random cage. These two, I don't know. I can't really get close, I guess. There's the brother and sister. One is real fluffy, and the other one is not. How do I say that?
Very smooth.
One's long-haired and one's... But it seems blurry for some reason. And they're a bonded pair. Sydney and Lindsay. There she is. Look how fluffy she is.
Since the event's going on at Lou Backroad today from 10 to 1, are you guys still open over there at the PAWS?
Yes, we will be open too. So you could stop over and visit us after you go and get your car.
visit the kitties at PAWS and see the dogs over at Lubac Road.
There should be some cats over there too. I think they're taking some cats. This is the one I call Kiki last. Kiyomi. There's her name. She's a flame point Siamese. Beautiful cat. These two have been waiting for a while. Another bonded pair, Tom.
Oh.
Here's Muffin.
Lounging away.
He wants to be on the air. This is Winston.
Oh.
And there's a kitten up here. Rosie. You disappeared, Rosie. Where'd you go? I think Winston thinks I have the secret to the food dish.
Release the kibble. Release the.
Yeah,
That's
please.
right.
Just don't look at me. The community room, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats in here. Could be fun. Could be like an internet game. Find the cat. There's one up there. And then we have a volunteer cleaning. Thank you. That's always we say. We couldn't survive without our volunteers. And then this was the other community room. The community rooms, I don't know, I probably said this before, are really good if you multiple cats. You already know that the kitten you're adopting gets along with other cats. Woo. So. And here's a couple of Velma, should be Velma and Louise. Velma and Daphne.
Oh, that's from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's not know Scooby-Doo that well.
Like, hey, Scoob, did you eat the last burger?
That is a Veronica. That's a different one.
Veronica and Betty are the Archies.
Okay, that's who I know. So come to our event today if you're looking to adopt a dog, because there'll be lots of dogs there.
Hey, Greg.
Yo.
What late 1960s video did you get this music montage from?
Okay.
Wow.
These two cats are going to be at the event. They're ready to go already.
I'm not afraid of dogs. Bring them on.
That's right.
Dogs. You don't mind dogs. We're fine with dogs. We like the dogs. That's what's happening over at PAWS Humane Society today.
It's like, and there's the candy for Tom.
Yes. Greg, I recognize this music from my driver's ed class.
This is just the
As
lo-fi.
you're making a left turn, always
the
be sure
lo-fi
to look
selection
before you
from,
turn your
streaming
blinker
music.
on. Yeah, I know.
So that's PAWS
weird.
for today.
I'll hit the shuffle button and see what comes up next. Ready? Here it goes.
It seems our people are very quiet. The one guy who was Carlos? Must not be
Carlos Danger. And then there's Dan in Tulsa. I haven't seen Dan yet.
No. Be sure and throw us a comment. That would be awesome. Let us know where you're watching from this week. And yeah, thanks for liking and sharing and subscribing to our YouTube channel. That we really appreciate that. We do got a big number of the week this week. Our latest race to 10 score is 3-1. Tom is up over Joann by a score of 3-1 right now. And the big number of the week this week is so super big. Let's throw up a graphic here real quick. Let's throw this one up right here. Ready, go. It shuts my microphone off when I turn that on though, so I can't.
That's it?
That's it. Big number of the week this week. It's really big, Joann. It's 20 quadrillion. Yeah. Yeah. 20 quadrillion.
I don't think I've ever heard that number before.
It's a real number. And the answer is worn or watermelon. Worn or watermelon. Are you ready to give me your guess? Ready? Set?
20 quadrillion.
Go for it. What do you got?
Watermelon.
With corn.
All right, so Joanne's going to go with worn. Tom's going to go with watermelon. That means someone's going to get a point this week. You know, Michael Jordan. Ever heard of him?
Uh-huh.
Michael Jordan. He apparently, there's a jersey that was worn by Michael Jordan in the first game of the 1998 NBA Finals that got sold this last week. And it became the highest priced game-worn memorabilia ever. It sold for $10.1 million. Now, this was game one.
Well, that's good. It's not my point.
This was game one of the 1998 NBA Finals. This was his last finals, right?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't the last game, but it was the first game. And it was all part of that. And someone paid over $10 million to own that jersey. All right. So, yeah, that means Tom.
You know what? If you've got money to throw away and burn,
buy yourself.
If you got money like that to throw away and burn, why not? Yeah.
Why not? Researchers at the University of Hong Kong estimate there are 20 quadrillion ants living on Earth. That means about 2.5 million ants for every single human being. If you used a watermelon to lure all those ants onto a scale, they'd weigh about 12 megatons of dry carbon. That's more than the weight of every single wild mammal and bird on Earth.
Wow.
That's a lot of ants.
What does that have to do with watermelon? Oh, if you use the watermelon to...
use the watermelon to lure them onto a scale, that's how much it would weigh. 12 megatons.
He didn't have a rhyming word for ants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like ants association. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess all that to say this: don't ever feel guilty stepping on ants. There's plenty of them. There's 20 billion of them. So if
My mother said when you kill an ant, then the rest come out for the funeral. So
yeah.
Look up the researchers at the University of Hong Kong and find out
they probably come to carry it away.
I'm sure they had some good scientific methods to find out how that all works. Anyway, any final thoughts this week, guys?
Go, Pat. Quick prediction on Packers Tampa Bay.
Uh-oh.
Packers Tampa Bay. So the Buccaneers are really banged up. They've got players out and one guy who's suspended for a game. Mike Evans.
Yeah,
is
Mike Evans, yeah.
One of the best wide receivers. So Tom Brady's going to hand the ball off 50 times in this game and only throw like maybe 15 passes. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they're going to be playing from behind, so he's going to have to throw, and he's going to throw a couple of picks. I think Green Bay wins this game 27-17. And Tom Brady throws 2 picks. Aaron Rodgers throws 0. And Green Bay will run the ball a lot because he has no receivers. So I think Green Bay is going to win the game, though.
I think you're giving Tampa Bay a little too much credit. I don't think they score 17. They might put up 13.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to give this a 33-13 score. Packers score on defense. And it's going to be one of those games where they score that defensive touchdown. It's going to be like, game over, man. Just game over. Just give up, Tom Brady. Give up. Like you did on... No, I'm not going to say it. All right. So let's go. Let's get wrap things up for this week. Remember, friends, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone with this week, and we'll meet you back here for another Saturday morning Stateline show. Happy birthday, Brian.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.